If you know what you want in a friend, go after it. Don't settle for less. Yeah, I give you a lot of friendship because they will not give you what I wanted. So I found.
Quarter life crisis.
I think the difference now is everyone is busy. We're not as unoccupied as we were before in our teenage years and early adult years. Now, friendship in the 20s, in our 20s, people are busy, people have work. We're not as free to keep up that constant communication. I think now we approach friendships with more, should I say, more understanding and compromise. So, whichever situation or position we find ourselves, we understand that we are friends, we have each other's back, we are there for each other or one another whenever we need. But the constant communication, the gang, the clique, I'm afraid that might not be an option now in our 20s. It can't quite be like friendships before we got to our 20s. So for me, now I approach friendships with more understanding, compromise, and ideology that I don't have to always be present, but I am present when I have to be, when you need me to be. Yes. In this scenario, I have had more than a couple of friendships that have ended that falls under this category, and it's quite sad because these things you never really wish for them to happen, but they just happen. You find yourself growing in different directions. You don't have a control over who you meet or who you don't meet, and before you know it, the calls stop. The connections that you have are just quietly slipping away. There's no drama, there's no fight. It's just life. Life happens. Distance happens. You find yourself chasing different things in life. Your plans do not align. And before you know it, you people become hi friends. I had a friend in secondary school. We were very close in secondary school. After we graduated, we tried to make it work. We tried for 6 years. We were still in constant communication for 6 years. We were part of each other's life for 6 years. But I think that friendship broke off in 2020 during COVID. I don't know. And it's ironic because it was during COVID that people had time for their friends. I don't really have a manual for these things. I think maintaining friendships now for me, it's, how would I put it? It's just vibes. No, but I'm not trying to downplay it. When I say it's just vibes, I don't have a manual. I don't have a specific route I take when I want to maintain friendships. Maintaining friendships for me now is 3 things: effort, understanding, and compromise. When I'm friends with someone at this point of my life, I try to put in effort. I'm not always going to be present. And I'm not going to promise anyone that I'm always going to be present when you need me, because life happens and life happens to me too. So I'm not always going to be present, but I'm going to try. I'm going to put in effort. And understanding. Understanding is something that as I got older, I've learned and I've seen that understanding is the most important thing when it comes to making friendships work. I have people that I've been friends with for more than 10 years. We're not in constant communication. We're not always in each other's DMs, but we are tight. We are super tight. Whenever we talk, there is this, we know, it's something that we both know that we are very tight. So we have this understanding and also compromise. Now, at this age we're at now, we have to always make compromise when it comes to friendship. Subconsciously and a little bit consciously, these are the things I go by. I don't think I do. I don't know about others, but I don't think I romanticize old friendships. So I expect my friendships now to be like before when I was in university or secondary school. I think friendships now have more meaning attached to them, more responsibilities, more burdens that you have to bear. In a good way though, not in a bad way, in a good way. So do I expect my friendships now to be like, or do I aspire for my friendships now to be like it was in university, secondary school? No, I don't. I'm happy I got to experience friendship at that level, and I'm even more grateful that I'm experiencing friendship at the level I am now. So I guess all things have passed away, literally. One major thing I feel like people should understand better, or I wish people would understand better, is friendships in our 20s is always going to be evolving. And that's life. It's not a failure on our part. It's not like we're doing anything wrong. It's just life takes you to different directions. We grow differently. Careers, relationship, people are moving to new cities, and it's not like in secondary school where, there's a reason why they taught us then in social studies that school is an agent of socialization, yes? So in secondary school, friendships happen naturally. You become friends with someone virtually by being in the same class with the person or sharing a routine with the person. But now we have to be more intentional about friendships. We have to make plans. We have to put in the effort to make sure we talk to our friends. It's not like then in secondary school where you see your friends in class every day or you see them in school, so you people have to communicate. Life takes us to different places while being friends. People are jackpying every day in this country. We are losing our friends basically to jackpot syndrome. But now, people leaving the country, it means that the friendship is evolving into another different space. And what would we do? We're not going to call it off. As the friendship has evolved, we have to be intentional. We have to put in the efforts to make sure we can keep being friends. We go from texting every day to maybe checking in once a while, but there's still the understanding that we are still friends. We keep showing up for each other in our little ways or in any way we can, despite the distance.
If you could give one piece of advice to someone struggling in their 20s, what would it be?
If you know what you want in a friend, go after it. Don't settle for less. If this friend is not giving you this energy, last year I did a lot of friendships because they were not giving me what I wanted. So I found.
Maybe friendship in your 20s isn't about holding on tight. It's about learning how to hold space for who they were, for who you are now. If this episode moved you, like, share, and subscribe. I'm Yemi, my lover, and this is Quarter Life Crisis.
What was the most funniest thing that happened when we met?
Yemi said I was always giving people back to back in the group, found out not to be able to speak without looking all over the room. Almost like you're too shy. You don't even look at me in the eyes.
That's not what you're supposed to say now. You're supposed to say, oh, you were, funny, adorable, cute.
Oh, you want me to go and be lying?